Bodega Boys.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Jesus. What's going on? Holla at me. I don't usually answer the phone. Who the fuck is this?
Yeah, what's up, my guy? It's your pal. It's Trumpito.
Miro?
No,
Excuse me? Who?
no, this is Trumpito. I know your friend, your little Dominican friend that does the impressions. He does my voice. This is
Trumpito. Wait, that's not familiar.
yeah.
Wait, you work on the show? Are you like
Donnie.
a PA or
It's
something?
Donnie. It's Donnie Trump. Donald Trump.
Donnie Trump. Donald Trump? What the nigga?
I don't want to make it hot. I'm on a cell phone. I wanna
How'd
make
you get
this
my
quick.
phone number?
Don't worry about that. I got Secret Service. I got plugs. Listen, this
Didn't
is
you
very
get fired? Didn't you just get impeached
important.
twice?
No. They stole the election. They stole it. Listen to me.
Yo,
Jesus,
my
I
man,
need
you
to
had
do-
people run up in the Capitol with burners and beat up cops. All right?
Listen,
Like,
I mean, I didn't say. Listen, do as
You
I
did
say,
say
not as
it.
I do. You
Yeah,
know.
what-
I mean,
what do you-
I can't control everybody. I can only control myself. That's all I got to say. A lot of people say you can control other people. I can't. I can only control myself. I can't even control my bowels. How am I supposed to control?
what do you want? What do you call me for? What do you call me for?
Listen, this is really quick. I just want to get this done really quickly. I got banned from Twitter. Okay.
I saw that. I know you tight.
You have a lot of followers. You have a lot of followers on Twitter.
I do. Yeah. What's up?
I just need to borrow your Twitter for like half an hour, please.
My nigga, you
I'll
got
do a tweet
banned-
about the Golden Girl so people think it's you. I promise.
Yo, fam, you got banned from Twitter. You were president, you got banned from Twitter. You got impeached twice. Like, I don't think, like, honestly, as an American,
nobody's ever done it. I'm the most illustrious president ever. Nobody's ever been impeached twice in the history of the United States.
I'm gonna keep
Your
it
faith
funky
can
with you.
never-
As an American, I feel like if I let you tweet, that would be disrespectful and that would, that'd be sedation. But as a real uptown nigga, like I'm saying, like how much you trying to pay for this shit right now? You know what I'm
Listen, bro. Hey, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Just
what?
holler at
Matter
Rudy,
of
you know what I'm
fact,
saying?
you know what? I want them to play this in court. So I'm gonna end this phone
Yeah,
call
we
right now.
got. Yeah, listen.
Yo, I'm gonna hit you up in Signal. All right?
No. Listen, I'm gonna start a clubhouse room right now. I'm gonna tell you how to make
nice.
this bread. Holla
Nice.
at your boy.
Great. Let's get this residual income.
Let's do it. Do the fucking drab.
You're listening to The Audio Art, the most dangerous podcast in the universe. Do the drop.
Imagine Donald Trump in a clubhouse room.
Yeah, you gotta send him to audience right away. Yo, Happy New Year, dirtbags and ball bags. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Episode 231 of the most
Everything.
vegan,
The most everything podcast. The Alpha and the
the
Omega.
most everything. We are the everything bagel. We are the bagel
Yes.
that your coworkers leave when there's a conference and like they took all the good bagels and now you're left with the wild everything bagel and you got
Yup.
poppy seeds and now you're gonna eat it and the poppy seeds are gonna make you fail a drug test and your girl's gonna think you're using again and CPS is gonna take away your children and now your life was ruined because you got an email that said the free bagels in the conference room. Wow.
Wow.
Hate
Remember
to see
being
it.
a young little pie head and being like,
that?
yo, I'm gonna eat poppy seeds. And they ask you on the drug test, have you eaten poppy seed bagels or poppy seeds? And I was used to put yes because I thought it was gonna like be like, yo, nah, that's for heroin, nigga. That's for opiates. That's not for weed, stupid. I was
Yo,
like,
shout out to my boy. He wanted to be a NYPD cop. Some of y'all saying, how's that your boy if he wanted to be a cop? He was white, so that's allowed. Anyway, he was not able to do it because he drank so many Snapple iced teas, it made him test positive for drugs. Now you're saying,
What?
Jesus, that's not possible. Imagine how many Snapple iced teas this guy was. He was killing them shits. He was he was going through like 20 a day. So,
yo.
but I mean,
When
I
did-
guess that's how you that's how you get the cops out of here. So I guess Snapple, do your thing. All right.
When did the Snapple lady was like, God damn, nigga, you doing the most.
Like, slow down there.
Yeah.
As always, you want to start with a shout. Shout out to Cash App, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the sweet production going, lubricating the gears of economy to make us allow to make this audio art for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Another year with Cash App, holding this down. Be sure to check out Cash App. They got Bitcoin. I'm only mentioning
all that shit.
in case, I don't know, the current place that administers the currency we use falls. Maybe you want to use Bitcoin in the new world. Okay? Don't worry. Even if the government falls, we're still making a podcast. So
you feel me?
You know, I don't know how we're going to distribute it, but you're probably going to have. If the government falls, we're going to distribute the podcast. Listen, this is very important. Take these GPS coordinates: 68-10812 4471, longitude 7117 8973. There's going to be a USB stick at that location every week. One of you in Bodega Hive has to get that and distribute that to the people. Okay, now listen, Victor came up with this. I think he was watching Book of Eli, so you know maybe that's what caused this. But listen, we got some contingency plans in place, baby. Don't worry, the podcast ain't ending.
This shit, this shit is eternal. It's never gonna stop, baby.
We're gonna have it's gonna go spoken word. Like everyone's gonna have to like repeat it. Like you go to the barbershop and just sit there and memorize someone talking for 2 hours, and then it's like okay. And then at this point, Miro goes, suck my dick, and then D just laughs, and then he does the sound effect, and then Victor comes in, and then Victor says something. And I forgot what he says, but it's right. And then Miro goes, I think De Lo Mio, and then Adiza says a story about a job, and then shit, what happens?
Then they do
they do some sushi. They talk about porn. Yeah.
Pinot. They call it Pinot.
We literally just did the description for our show that comes up when you press the guide on the remote. They're like, yeah. A couple of brown guys, they say the N-word a couple of times, but they talk about politics and sometimes porn. It's like,
I feel like if we were an Amazon product, motherfuckers would be like, you might also be interested in Sarah J.
That's it.
Tiana Trump.
Shout out to Sarah J. She had on a Film the Cops shirt the other day. And her Instagram people was like, we come here for your big titties, not for politics. And she's like, no, like, I got politics.
I got politics too, nigga. I got titties and politics. I'm multifaceted.
Exactly.
I'm dynamic.
Shout out to a strong ally, right? You know what I'm saying? Out here. The Mickey Mantle grill. Okay? Wow, Miro. Wow.
No. I love Sarah J. Yo, come on. Sarah J. is the Wilt Chamberlain of the MILF category, B. I don't want to hear no arguments to the contrary.
Whoa. I got a contender for you. Just thought about her the other night. She has not got her roses in quite some time. And you know what? I feel like we got the Sucio audience, but we got a young Sucio audience. They're like, Jesus, we're not that young. How come nobody ever mentions Vanessa Del Rio? Why are we never giving Vanessa Del Rio, who had the original taco? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Shout out to her. Yo, and also she's been mentioned in mad rap songs. I'm like, yo, give her flowers.
Remember her in the Get Money video just molesting those grapes? Yeah,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying? Come on, yo.
You know, the Fruit of the Loom guy was at home jerking it like, yeah, do me next.
Come on, dog.
Foam
There's
out,
a fucking Busta Rhymes' cousin Rampage was like, yo, my P.O. looked like Vanessa Del Rio.
I was looking
and then
at
he rhymed that with Neo Geo.
She still posts on Instagram, and there's still guys like, yo, you're still hot, ma. And then you go on their page, and it's like, yo, they're like, yo, I was a shooter for Supreme back in 85, did 20 years, restarted my life now. I'm like, I respect y'all. I
respect you.
Yo, shout out to everyone that got through jail with Vanessa Del Rio or Blue Cantrell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
You know,
you know what I'm saying? Respect.
You know that's, now guys are like, yo, send me a digital. It's like, all right, I'll set up. It's like, all right, Caxstone, I'll set up with something for the
digital. Niggas on the burner phone like, yo, send me a little clip or something, bro.
It's like, yo, bro, send me a TikTok. Like, yo,
real quick,
that's right.
Real quick.
Send a TikTok dance to all your homies behind the G wall. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You care about them. Like,
I mean, if you really care about your mans, don't put no money on their books. Just send them the Busted Challenge #.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That shows that you care about your homie.
That you really care.
A lot of people, he's like, yo, bro, I need like some thermals or something. I need like, it's mad cold. It's brick up here. Like, can you hold a brother down? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, like, honestly, my man, like, I want you to learn. So I'm gonna send you something better. Like I feel like this will help you. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! Hey, niggas like, what the fuck is it? What the fuck is it? Why should? Oh, shit.
Important though.
Yo, Jose, turn around. It's my turn.
Yo, send your boy the visual Busted Challenge. Don't just send him the music. Because what's gonna happen is a bigger inmate could possibly hear it and be like, "Yo, sweet cheeks, you gonna make me a video, daddy?" Like, yo,
we
all right,
just sort of new busting challenge.
okay. Now your boy in prison having to make lipstick using Kool-Aid. You want those problems?
You want this
Don't
problem?
do that to your homie.
You want your man to tie his t-shirt at his belly button?
Okay.
Huh?
Using grease from the door hinge as mascara. Come on. He used to be the shooter. Oh boy, another year of this. Another year of this.
Yes, sir. And what a year it has been.
What a year.
Yo.
No, 2020, there's not even, you can't even do a wrap up of 2020 because 2020
you can't.
2020 was bad and 2021 was like, nah. 2020 was like, nah, I'm coming to. 2020 was like the guy in the club that's wild loud or whatever. 2021 is the club is already closed and someone's coming in like, no, I still want to drink, and they're fighting with like security. And you're like, yo, what do you? You're like, no, it's closed. We are done. We're trying. Like, nah, fuck that. I want to drink. I want to. Yo, don't stop me, pussy. Don't stop me. You're like,
I'll
yo,
fuck
what's
you up.
going on?
Stop playing
Like,
with me,
niggas-
bro. I'll fuck you up.
Yo, niggas ran up in the Capitol, beat up cops,
Yep.
smeared feces on the wall,
Sounds about
Kill the
white.
cop.
kill the cop,
Yeah.
kill the cop, kill the cop.
No, not kill the cop. Because you could kill a cop like pow, dead, bleed out. These niggas bludgeoned a cop to
Cop
death.
with a fire. No, and then shout, rest in peace, Ashley, who found out that Secret Service, their KD ratio is pretty high. If
Yeah.
I'm talking the truth, okay?
It's 5.00, nigga.
Okay, all right. Now, to put this in Call of Duty status, Shorty was a 14-year veteran. So in Call of Duty status, she's prestige level 14. You understand what I'm saying?
It's not even possible.
Okay? And she's still charged through an open window into
With
a
a Trump flag
battlefield
as a
where
cape.
where there's mad camping spots. You know what I'm talking about? She ran through the
saying?
middle of the fucking map.
You wildin'.
Listen.
Wildin'. Come
And then
on.
Shorty forgot. Apparently, when you run through the Capitol, right now you're playing what's called Deathmatch Hardcore. So, listen.
Fam.
Listen.
Pap. It's over.
Pap. Oh, she didn't get to grab the stim shot. Like,
Nah,
shit just-
no. She didn't hit L1 fast enough.
And people were
Sorry,
like,
Shorty.
Miro, why are you so callous about this lady? She lost her life. She was a terrorist. She was running through
Yeah.
United States Cap. This is weird to see as a black person or a person of color, because on one side you're like, wow. Oh, y'all could do that. Wow. Must be nice. Must
Fam,
be nice.
I was watching that shit and it was like watching people fly. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, yo, you could do that?
Listen.
Like, what the fuck?
Bro.
We went to go interview AOC and we had to put our
Talk about
nutsacks
it.
through metal detectors.
Talk about it. Let's talk.
know what I'm
Actually, you
saying?
know what? Before we talk about
Niggas
it,
had
we're
to
gonna
take their hats off. You know how serious we are about our headgear.
You know what I'm saying? Listen. Hold on 1 second.
That shit was really real. They was about to
All right,
cap
because
researchers.
when we went there to film with AOC, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I just want y'all to
That's
know.
right.
I just want everyone to be clear.
That's right.
Miro had on a Gucci belt. They had to go through the metal detectors not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Because it's
Respect that man. Respect that man.
GGs, baby.
I think Capitol Police just wanted to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
All
I
right.
want to respect the drip.
Let me save you guys some time on the Reddit. That's the theme for Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Yeah,
You
duh.
know.
Like, come on, guys.
I know
Get it together.
some of y'all like I'm 16. Why would I get that? But
Someone's like, hey, at 10 minutes and 22 seconds, what's that theme song?
yes. But also, we're walking around the Capitol. We're chilling, filming with AOC, and we're going, we're making noise, and then all of a sudden, Mike Pence's bitch ass brother sends
That's right.
his staff over, and they're like, "Do you have credentials? Do you have a permit to film in here?" But see, the joke's on them because we was already wrapped.
Yeah,
We was walking out. How you feel?
stupid.
Got the footage.
Fucking bozo.
And we walked out. Also, Capitol Police gave us the nod because they fuck with us. Shout out to Capitol Police.
Police! Help!
Also, that was one of the first times ever, other than watching Law and Order, I have rooted for police brutality. I was like, crack their heads. And
Yo,
you know what? I
facts.
was like, where?
I I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I was like, yo, fuck these motherfuckers up.
I was like, when the looting starts, the shooting starts. I was promised. I turned into a protest Karen. I was like,
I was told by the establishment that when the looting starts, the shooting starts.
I remember over here when the Black Lives, after George Floyd died, when the black cops, the NYPD, they were riding around with armored equipment on bikes. And then at the peaceful protest, they started shoving people with the bikes, which they started after 7. Remember de Blasio was doing the curfew thing way back in the beginning of the pandemic? And then he did the curfew so then like people would get locked up or something. But like it was at 7. I forgot what, but they basically told everyone to clear, but there was nowhere for anyone to go. And then the cops just started beating the shit out of everyone in the Bronx. And I think the ACLU is doing lawsuits against NYPD for that. Because what they did was called kettling, where they basically they force you into like the projects over here. People had to hide.
Just beat the brakes off of you. Yeah.
People had to hide in Mitchell Projects. People in Mitchell Projects were hiding protesters to keep the cops from beating them. And I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, your man Smiley McGiggins over here stealing Nancy Pelosi's podium. Where you going with that?
Fam.
Where you going with the podium, my guy?
That was yo, fam. I've been using the word caucasity for eons. That is the epitome of caucasity, dog. Like, you gotta be the whitest white motherfucker on the earth to even think that you could do some shit like that. And then take a flick. Not just do it.
That's not even caucasity.
Take a flick.
That's straight up white supremacy. That's much deeper than that. Like the fact that you can go into a federal building and do whatever the fuck you want. How nervous are you anytime you go into a federal building? Anytime you go into a court, like when you gotta go through a metal detector to the courthouse, like to even go vote, you be getting nervous if you have to go into like a federal building. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers coming in with blickies, they coming in with pipes and bombs and shit.
Pipe bombs and shit, busting windows in. I'm like, yo, my man, if I piss outside the Capitol building, I'm getting Swiss cheese the fuck up.
My nigga, I once smoked a blunt outside the Bronx courthouse because I was trying to go to Yankee Stadium and I was trying to be low, and my mind was like, what are you doing? You're gonna get shot. That's Bronx rules, it's allowed. But it's different for different people, and that really exposed it. A lot of people were just like, why?
It's two Americas.
They was busting out windows, and then the way that was reported, they was like, they stormed the Capitol. We found 2 pipe bombs. Stuff happened. And you're like, whoa.
Little shit. No big deal.
Bring that back. Whoa. Rewind that. And they was like, no, we defused one of the pipe bombs. I'm like, oh. These niggas got bombs.
Yeah,
These niggas got bombs.
They the fucking blaseness of the way they talked about this shit. I'm like, nigga, this is not search and destroy in Call of Duty. Like, you niggas are trying to blow up a federal building.
Also, shout out to Division 2. We gave you a lot of shit when you first came out because we was like, why would anyone want to play The Division in Washington, D.C.? Well played. All right? Listen.
Shout out to Ubisoft.
Listen, Ubisoft, sometimes you get stuff wrong, but this time...
You got it. I'm waiting for that DLC.
Also, and I know Victor might flag this, listen, you cowards at Call of Duty, we want our game where we defend the Capitol from MAGA terrorists. All right?
Yo, please.
Give us our version.
Zombies is cool.
I'll allow it.
Zombies is cool.
All right?
But make another...
Let's go.
Make a version of zombies that's just MAGA zombies.
But the problem with that? Online, how many people would want to play as MAGA terrorists?
Ooh.
That's like, it'd be like 90% of the chat. 90% of the lobby is like, yo, I'm MAGA.
Remember in the OG shit when it was like, when they were like, it was just like mad Islamophobia. So like, obviously like the bad guys were like the Arab Middle Eastern people. And they didn't even have a name. It wasn't like ISIS or Al-Qaeda. It was just OPFOR, opposition forces. I'm like, yo, fam, if they do that and make it MAGA, woo.
But you know what? One of we've said it all this time, and like, no, I know some people are like, y'all old. We're not old. We're right. Modern Warfare 2. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty, the best. That campaign when you gotta protect the White House.
Topped.
Now remake that, and it's like your National Guard coming in to stop. Like you can't do it for the first Capitol offense. The second one, when they come back with their guns, when they set up tents and shit, when you got the retired army people.
Yeah.
Come on.
When you get the fucking with the 50 cal in the window and just go grrr until the shit
Miro,
overheats.
get on that 50 cal. It's like, yo, Jesus, shoot down that UAV. It's like, oh shit. They're like,
We
someone's
have an
running.
armored personnel vehicle incoming.
They're like, someone's running across the lawn. Someone's running across. I'm like, don't shoot. It's Victor. It's Victor. Victor got like a schematic that something that turns into like, you know what? We're gonna save this for our very shitty Call of Duty movie. Which, wait.
Victor got a trophy system in his fro.
Oh yeah. Which is like,
They're throwing grenades. He's like, ha, you thought.
Victor has the very dramatic scene. He has to run to the roof of the Capitol and pop the flares to keep the fighter jets from blowing it up. And he gets down on his knees and shit, and it's like super emotional. He ends up winning an award for it. It's like amazing. It's amazing. I'm like, yo,
Yo,
he did
I
his fucking
hope I
thing,
don't
bro.
win an award for it, because then Nicolas Cage is gonna have a gripe, and I don't want smoke from Nicolas Cage.
I see somebody say like, yo, now after what these motherfuckers did, like Nicolas Cage stealing the Declaration of Independence is not that impressive. Like,
Yeah, it's not. It's
somebody
not.
said
Like,
that shit on
security-
Twitter. I was like, yo, that's true.
Because,
I didn't think it
and
was
then
that easy.
You have to think, like, I've stormed stuff before, not Capitol buildings, but I've climbed over the gate to get in a summer jam. You've definitely climbed over the gate at Orchard Beach.
yeah.
How many concerts at days off? Fools go day off. People climbed over gates. You know, you could do it.
All
But the
over the
problem is, how does the Capitol Police respond if we rush the Capitol versus, you know, Billy Bob and Betty Sue, who also
you
had
know.
a lot of money. They were not
you
poor.
know.
Them niggas had money. Them niggas was taking
Fam.
private jets there.
Yo, and you know what the wildest shit about the whole thing is? Is that like the downplaying of it, like you said about the pipe bombs, like the downplaying of the whole situation. Because motherfuckers are trying to make it, oh, they were just fucking around. There was no organized effort to do anything. I was like, nigga, there was a picture of a motherfucker in there with 30 zip ties dressed like a fucking operator in Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
But no, you didn't see what he said to the cops, right? Because they was like, "Why'd you have zip ties?" He was like, "I found them on the floor.
Yeah,
I was
you
looking
found
for
them
a
on the
police
floor."
officer to give them to."
Yeah.
Everyone that they keep interviewing has like the wild first time you ever lie to your girlfriend type level lie. Like they don't know how to lie to cops. One person was like, "Oh, I dreamed like this is a true like it's in one of the FBI statements. The guy said he was in D.C. He dreamed he was in there, but he was never in there. So now he's trying to say it was like sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking.
Like, excuse me? Okay, all right.
Sleepwalk your ass into a jail cell, motherfucker.
And then the FBI says to him, all right, so what about this photo off of your Instagram? And he was like, oh, wow, I only had that up for an hour. How'd y'all find that? Because see, what they forget is the Capitol has its own Wi-Fi system and its own cell tower. So basically, if you went in there with your phone, they got you.
Dumbass.
They got you. If you went in there, you was post. And also, shout out to everyone on Parler. Everything on Parler. You know how like when you post photos, like recipes Pop Smoke, he had his address visible in it. But in the metadata of your photos and stuff, there's like your location, what camera took it, all that
geotags, all that
stuff.
shit.
Parler never strips that off of anything you posted, any video, any photo you posted. So on all the servers are people posting, and it's basically like, hey, hi, my name is Jesus Nice. I was in the Capitol at 2:35 p.m. How you feel?
Hey,
Like,
shout out to Parler too, because somebody figured out, like somebody hacked it and just gave out a zillion, trillion, billion admin accounts. Like, yo,
Yeah.
everybody's an admin.
they got something like 72 terabytes or something like that of information off of it. And then now the FBI is just like, yo, you posted, like people was posting wild shit on Parler. Also, big fake shout out to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, eBay, Amazon Web Services. Every company that's banned Trump now, when people were saying
Spotify.
they should have, Spotify, that should have banned, everyone was saying you should have banned him back in when? 2018? 2016? Back when he was doing wild shit? Now you
When he
banning
was
him.
fam.
They banning him. He got fined. Like he's leaving off. Like you guys are banning him. There's 2 outs left in the 9th inning. The game's over.
It's
he did his
over.
damage already. Like
It's 25-2.
He's about to walk.
Two strikes.
He's about to walk off the mound with 2 middle fingers in the air. Like suck my dick.
You know what I'm
my dick,
saying?
bro.
It's bananas. Like, I'm just
Bananas.
like, yo, my man. Like, yo, you should have did that shit when he was just like, I'm gonna nuke Kim Jong-un. I did
Yeah.
that little motherfucker. I dare
Or maybe
you.
maybe the
trigger,
Muslim
nigga.
ban, maybe the stuff with the kids. I don't know. Maybe when he let 2 Russians into the White House and told them about some security we were doing with Israel. Like,
You know what I'm saying? The
maybe when
first time you retweet a fucking QAnon video?
You know what I'm saying? Maybe when he remember when he invited Putin to the White House? That was in the early days of this shit. Like, everyone forgot about that. No, that happened.
Nah.
You know, just, oh, God.
They was up there
So-
eating filet fish together like, yo, hey,
So shout out to
we
every-
living.
You know what? I didn't appreciate that fillet of fish.
Oh,
bro.
my bad. I was gonna say quarter pounder. I was gonna say
Wow.
quarter pounder, but you know what I'm saying.
Wow, bro. Wow.
I want to be inclusive. You know what I'm saying. I don't want
Wow,
to.
bro.
I don't want to disrespect any of. You know what I'm saying.
Wow, bro. You bringing that negative energy into 2021. Wow, bro. Wow, bro. That's wild, bro. No, but seriously, shout out to anybody listening to this in January 2021. You have survived. You survived
it.
last year.
You made it.
We all still here. Some of us did not make it. Shout out to all the Bodega Hive members we lost in general in the last year. Everyone going through it. Everyone using this for their mental health. Sorry that we took a little delay, but you know what? We needed to recharge as well. So
Yeah.
so sorry, but you know we're back. Listen,
We're back,
We're here
y'all.
talking.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? We haven't really hit the peak of our podcast, what the people come here for. So let's talk about buttholes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these buttholes.
Let's
Speaking of
do
buttholes,
it.
James Harden went to the Nets. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Nets
Yo,
matter. Yeah.
I can't wait. Let's
go. Let's go.
Everyone's like, yo, you Knicks fans are sick. You Knicks fans are sick. You can't get anybody. You can't get anybody. I was like, fam, out of all the people that I would have wanted, and I'm not even saying this as a salty, this is not a salty statement. I do not want James Harden on the Knicks. I'm sorry. Like, yo, no doubt, you put up 60, you'll play some exciting basketball, but when playoff time rolls around, dog,
Do you think he's
My man-
You think Steve Nash is gonna make it to the end of the year?
whoo, I just off a name. If it was Steve Nash, like, you know, college coach from like Lima College, no.
Uh-huh.
Steve Nash, 2-time NBA MVP, yes, just off his rep. But if
But
it was
it's-
anybody else, whoo.
Who takes the final shot now? That is KD, and James Harden.
Bruh, before it was KD and Kyrie, and they both took the final shot, and they both put up bricks. So
Bricks.
now you got three motherfuckers like, yo, what are we going to do? There's only two other people on the court. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think it's going to be James Harden. I think James Harden's going to force the issue, fam, like, and be like, yo, give me the fucking rock. I'm James Harden. Suck my dick. And you can catch me in a story after this. And I'm going to put it on my Instagram. I don't care. I'm going to be in an underground strip club. You stupid.
You guys gonna be sick when it's gonna be me and Miro and James Harden and fucking Pumps. Yeah, bro. Like, yo, bro. Yo, tip her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, tip her, James. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, bro. Let's go to Pink Elephant after this, bro. Come on.
Oh, yo, it's about to be lit. Oh,
James.
James, she came out of your jersey with the nipples cut out. That's lit.
Yo, James, tell them to open Greenhouse. Tell them to reopen Greenhouse. Come on, bro. Come on, we got places to party.
I got you. I'm gonna party, baby.
No,
You think before he came over, you think he knows that New York strip clubs aren't fully nude?
You know
that's
what?
I literally said that this morning on Twitter. I was just like, yo, how sick is he going to be when he goes to a strip club in Queens and he's like, all right, girl, take your panties off. And she's like, no, motherfucker, I don't do that.
as a former strip club manager, I would like to inform you that is incorrect. That is incorrect. If you got enough money, whatever you want happens.
Yeah, oh yeah, no,
Okay?
Yeah, no, for sure.
There were times where definitely
Money talks.
we kicked every other patron out and we're just like, all right, make it do what it do, baby. You get your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the thing about it is, when you run a strip club, it's not so much laws as it is fines. You know what I'm saying? And you can eat a fine. So you just gotta think about it like that.
Yo.
As long as it doesn't fuck with your liquor license, you good money. You can violate all day. As long as the liquor license is good, you can violate all types of laws. You could violate hygiene laws. You could violate labor laws. You could do all, you know what? I'm gonna stop because
I forgot what it was, but it was scores. They got not caught up, but like, well, I guess they got kind of caught up. But I don't know if it was just like they was selling pussy out of there, or like what was
Yeah, I
happening.
mean, that
they
happened.
was scamming cards or what.
But the thing is, like, if you run a strip club and like say like you got a girl that's dancing and she leans into a guy and is like, "Yo, what's up? You want to do something? You want to get out of here?" And like you get charged with that, even though you had nothing to do with that.
you know what I'm saying?
and that's the
She's
thing,
an independent
so-
contractor.
Exactly, bro. I'm like, bro, she got 1099. Like, come on, like she's doing her own thing. Come on, bro. She has an SBA loan. Like, come on, respect her. Come on. I think
Yo,
she's
she got a
using an angel
PPP
grant.
loan.
Bro, come on, bro. She learned about it in Clubhouse.
Shorty got a PPP loan for her OnlyFans.
Oh. Also, shout out. A lot of people have been waiting to hear my comments on this. The return of Sex in the City. They're bringing it back.
Oh boy.
But the problem is there's gonna be no Samantha, and it's sad because in it Samantha got killed at a Black Lives Matter rally by the cops, and they're restarting.
She got killed in the Capitol?
They gotta find the most New York way to kill her, like something that resonates with every New Yorker, but it's not too much. I think they should be like, she got drunk. She was waiting for the train at 14th Street. She fell in that. She fell in that little gap, and then that metal thing pushed forward and crushed her.
Crushed the ribs.
Is that a way? That's one way she died. Another way, she this has nothing to do with
honey,
this.
I love to smash, but not like this.
Who wants a little hot New York real estate / commercial goss? Any take?
Everybody, yeah.
All right. The papayas on hold on, wait. I want to make sure I get this right, bro. The papayas on 86th Street, okay? The Papaya King. You guys know it. It's got the red outing outside. You know it's official papayas. Apparently, the actual papaya company that owns it stopped fucking with it in April because they own something like $122,000 in back rent. A new company just slid in there and is just operating as papayas. It's not the original papayas. It's just a new company selling Franks. And if you look, they don't have logos and shit, and people are just going no one cares. So I'm not saying boycott them. I'm just just look where your meat is coming from.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, word. Watch, yo, when you put that glizzy in your mouth, make sure.
Say it.
You know
when you put that tube, when you deep throat that tube steak, know where it's been. All right? That's,
you know what I mean?
That's Bodega Boys awareness for you.
Don't put yourself at risk.
Don't put yourself at risk with weird meats, okay? All right? You don't know what Dijon that's been in. Come on, bro.
Yo, just to go back to Samantha for a second, I have to give Billy Eichner credit. I think he has the best solution. He thinks Amy Klobuchar should just play Samantha's role.
Oh, wow. I got a hot take. Why don't they have Kyrie Irving play Samantha's role? Whoa.
Yeah, but they would have to find them first.
You know what? I want to stand with Kyrie.
In the Matrix.
You know what? When talking to people, it seems like the whole Kyrie thing is much sadder than it looks on the thing because people just oh, he's a weirdo, he's a flat earther. They're saying that Kobe's death really affected him, and now he's just what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point of basketball? I need to change the world because he was super close with Kobe. Really? Imagine that's his he felt like he was Kobe's little brother or something like that, and Kobe died, and it's just think about and then something came out tonight where someone was talking to him and he was people think they own you because you're an NBA player, and someone was they basically did because they invested millions of dollars in you, and he felt some kind of way about that, as he should. And I'm sure that conversation made him look at shit differently, because they said that Kyrie is good at basketball, but that's not all he is, which is different because you have a lot of players who they're good at basketball and that's all they bring to the table. And if he's good at basketball, he's clearly reading other shit, and he's believing in flat earth. He's an open-minded guy, you know.
You know what I'm saying? He's studying Chingology 101. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. But yeah,
look at me caping for Kyrie like he's on the Knicks. Oh, it's sad.
No, but not for nothing. If I respect it. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, I respect it. Kyrie Irving, the brand, still holds value. You know what I'm saying? Retire, dog. Take that money. Become a philanthropist. You know what I'm saying? Travel the world. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
No shots, no jokes. I mean, he should speak to Andrew Luck. That's what he did. Yeah. Eventually he was just yo, enough is enough. I gave a ton. Whatever.
Word. But Andrew Luck did it. Andrew Luck was just yo, you know what? I don't want to wake up one morning and kill my whole family by accident.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When they
got smashed in the wig 800
He's
times.
CTE, I'm killing everybody. All right, relax.
The science is to be believed, and I know that science is on dodgy footing these days in the U.S. But he probably already has it.
You know what? Victor, science can be real.
Go down Andrew Luck's list of injuries. I remember one time I read, and this stuff I guess happens so much they don't even list it. They hit him so hard they tore his fucking spleen. Dog, that shit happened in a car accident.
Bro, that's what she said, bro. You know what I mean, bro?
Yo, nigga tore my spleen up.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Those bodega dick.
And if that's Andrew Luck, dog, imagine Eli. They must have torn that. My man's scrotum must be detached.
Damn.
My man, he played 4 seasons with no offensive line.
Oh, it sucks, bro.
Poor guy.
Sucks, bro. Oh. Also, did you see that Flex said Drake is a better rapper than Hove?
Who said that?
Funkmaster Flex.
Flex? Flex is why is he so flip floppy? Didn't he go? Wasn't he the one that said "fuck that Canadian nigga" in the club?
Well,
like honest.
He said he has a questionable pen, so I guess that asterisk. But he made a list and it's like his 50 top rappers, but it's like apparently it's from 2 years ago. But even if it was 2 years ago, it's like a wild list and it's got like Grandmaster Caz on it. And you're just like, all right, I see what you're doing.
Okay, I see what you're doing here. You want to diversify the list. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Those rap lists are weird because you'll see someone that'll be like, number one rapper is fucking NBA Youngboy. And you're like, all right, I'm not fucking with this. I'm not reading the rest of this list. Fuck this. But then you see other lists and they're like, yo, number one is like Pharoah Monch. You're like, I want to, but this is admitting I'm washed. All right.
Yeah.
So now,
that's a bold step to take. You know what I'm saying?
Now, rest in peace to MF Doom. Now you can proudly be like, I'm an MF Doom fan. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not some weirdo shit. But shout out to all the original MF Doom fans who are like gonna become like Prince fans and be like, you weren't an MF Doom fan before he died.
Yeah, that's right.
You was a fan.
Yeah. Do you have Special Orders and Spices Volume 1? Huh? You don't.
Okay.
You don't know anything about Sawgrass.
Okay.
Instrumental.
You wasn't there for Peach Fuzz. He's like, all right, relax.
All right, relax, bro. I know about KMD. I know.
Don't be a hip hop gatekeeper, which is a new single from Boney Goats. Yes, Boney Goats is still continuing to rock the nation.
Don't be a hip hop gatekeeper.
Hip hop gatekeepers, knock on wood. You see on Twitter, everyone's like, because people are bored in the house, people are obsessed with sea shanties now. Like
sea shanties? Like
with the pirate
ocean?
Like no, like the songs like
it's the year of the shanty. It's already over.
Yes, the year of shanty. Yeah, it's like people are like, what would you do with a drunk Bronx nigga? What would you do with a drunk Bronx nigga? What would you do with a Bronx drunk nigga? Hola in la Marina. Give him Henny and a bunch of lyrics. Give him Henny and a bunch of lyrics. Give him Henny and a bunch of lyrics. Go on 149. He's like, all right. I'm like, does that sound fun? Because I feel like
awful.
I feel like that's what they were doing on slave ships. Like, am I bugging? Like,
yeah, nah.
That doesn't sound
it's just
cool.
like to pass the time. That's not fun at all.
This is a hot take, and you know, as we've done this podcast over the years, our hot takes are not as hot as they used to be. And this year, in 2021, we're gonna bring the flavor back. We're bringing the temperature back. We're bringing it back to tax zone levels of the podcast. Okay, so I'm gonna start it with this, and I'm gonna say it right there. Anytime white people like something and it makes them laugh, something's wrong with it. I cannot get deeper. I cannot explain. It's true. Okay? And some people are saying, these is white people enjoy your show. Yeah, say less. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying there, guys?
Yo, y'all made Big Bang Theory pop. Listen, it wasn't us.
Listen. Again, Miro, you're really trying me today. Because let me tell you, if I hear any more Callie Coco or whatever her name slander, I'll jump through this fucking Zoom. I tell you what. She was a darling and a flight attendant. I tell you. She was a darling. She fought her alcoholism and she solved a murder. You go on HBO Max and you look at that. She deserves every award. Okay?
Are you in love? Are you in love with the Cuoco?
Oh, I'm in love with the Cuoco. All right? All right? Space Force, protect Penny. Okay?
But hold up. Wasn't she is she the one that's like married to like the wild, like it's like a weird ass like relationship? Like he's married, she's married to like an NBA player?
No, it's she has like a messy divorce or some shit, and I used to follow, and then it was just like I was like, why am I caring so much about some actress I do not know? Like why? Like I was like, oh my god, I hope the Big Bang Theory works out. I hope she doesn't have to like find a new job and just like goes broke. And it's like, what? What are you talking about? Jesus.
Anybody, bruh, let me tell you right now. Anybody on that show is never going broke.
You know what? Yeah, because they got that syndication money. She
syndication money, boy.
Engaged to Ryan Sweeting, who was a professional tennis player.
Okay.
Then they got a divorce, and she got the divorce, and it was like I think it was on camera she found out about the divorce, and she was talking about the divorce on camera. She said she did one of the seasons, and she was like, I wasn't there. Like, I was like completely checked out because of the divorce or whatever. Yikes. And yeah. But now, you know, she done bounced back. Shout out to her. She's dating equestrian Carl Cook, who is son of billionaire Scott Cook.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Okay, all right. They got married June 30th, 2018. It doesn't get better than that. Okay,
that's right.
Listen, ladies, leave these broke boys at home and marry a billionaire's son.
That's right.
That's my Clubhouse advice. Thank you, all you ladies, for joining my room. Okay,
I'm open a Clubhouse right now and be like, yo, wife up Chet Hayes.
There you go. We're gonna open the floor. Who wants to be Who wants to join from the audience? Who has questions? Huh?
Raise your hand. Or leave quietly.
Okay. By the way, be sure to follow all the moderators. On Clubhouse and on our social media. Yeah. Okay. Also, Miro selling T-shirts.
That's
not
right.
online. You got to go to his house, but you know it's the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? T-shirts. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. No, someone's definitely using Clubhouse to sell coke, and man, that's gonna be such an entertaining trial. Woo! Woo! Because they're going to be like, and then the prosecutor's going to be like, okay, and then 21 Savage came into the room and said, dog, why you selling coke? And he's like, oh,
why you selling
shit.
coke, dog?
Why you selling coke, dog? Have we forgotten that 21 Savage is British?
Yes. Yo, how many? Yo, because this, and I found out there's more, like, obviously Slick Rick is like the OG. Mm-hmm. 21 Savage, and then there's somebody else who's like British.
Oh, Benny the Butcher.
There you go. No, it's not Benny the fucking Butcher. Shut up, nigga.
Benny the Butcher is from South London.
Stop it.
All that, no, he moved to Buffalo like last year. He was raised in South London. All Griselda is British.
I hate you.
All of Griselda is British. Like, what? You don't hear it in their raps and shit? They be talking about muskets. Y'all listen to lyrics or y'all just pen through it?
Bro,
like,
this nigga really taking it back to episode 28.
Yo.
Bro, stop.
Yo. The butcher doth cometh. Like, come on. You don't hear it? Like.
Nigga said, yo, I changed my rap name from Sweetie Todd to Benny the Butcher. Like, right? Yo, no.
Yo. Run up with the pump. Gun, knife violence.
Knife crime. Sab.
Poke.
No.
Oh, shit.
Knife crime is no laughing matter. I mean, but yeah, low key, shouldn't it be easy to get away from knife crime? Like if you can shoot a nigga from a block away, but like I can't stab you from down the block.
As shout out to my cousin Donovan, as I was talking to him because he's young, and he's like, it's different because they have access to guns, but not everyone has access to guns. So if all you have is access to a knife, you're gonna be, this is probably not the right word, more enthusiastic, or go to greater lengths to use it. Like, think about it. If you don't have think about back in school or some shit. Like, if you didn't have a gun, you would like bring a kitchen knife or something. You would like, fuck this. If niggas catch me,
I had the paperweight from the newspapers in my sleeve.
So it's just like, and the thing is, like, they have a whole thing for stabbing. Like, they be stabbing niggas in their buttocks, stabbing niggas in their, because you don't want to stab a nigga and they die. Sometimes you want to stab a nigga so he just gets a message.
Stab a nigga in the cheeks.
I hope it's not referred to that, because I don't want nobody on done mission be like, oh, stab this nigga in the cheeks. I was like, hey, yo, whoa,
yo, my man, yo, hold up, yo, we inclusive and all that, my man,
but I mean, like, that's like, can we go out to dinner first? Like, come on, man. Like,
take me to Nando's, nigga. Damn, let me get some peri sauce.
Get to know me. At least ask me what my astrological sign is. You know what I'm saying? Ask me what my love language is, nigga. Like, come on, bro.
Shit.
Sage with me.
Sage with me.
Wow.
Sage with me.
People forget that was a very popular Genuine song. Sage with me.
Yeah.
My whole life has changed since you sage with me and sage with me. Speaking of,
that video was wild because he had like the little blowout and he was like ascending into heaven in some Parasuco jeans. That was wild.
Yeah, because as soon as you get to heaven, they're gonna be like, no, there's a sign that there has to be a sign on the wall in heaven that says no Parasuco jeans. There has to be.
Has to be.
There has to be. There's no Ed Hardy, no Parasuco. What else?
No.
No Red
Von
Monkey.
Dutch. No Von Dutch.
Von Dutch.
No Von Dutch.
Evizel. They're like,
No.
yo, if you was
No
popping,
Christian Audiger.
yo, if you was popping in like 2010 and you got murdered, sorry, it's quiet for you.
Sorry.
And you look
guy.
back and you just look through the years. They're like, sorry, if it's the early 2000s, no Echo. Sorry.
Sorry, guy.
Nope.
My bad.
Nope.
Oh, you had a shady limited velour? No way, sir.
Wow,
You're going
you coming in here
straight
with
down.
You coming here with the G Unit wife beater? Wow, you even called it a wife beater in heaven? Wow.
Wow.
Wait, here's a hot take. Has heaven always been woke, or did they use problematic terms back in the day? Do you think in the 1950s, the heaven had like a colored only entrance?
Oof.
Whoa, whoa. Imagine you die black, you like, yo, bro. Yo, my mans. Yo,
Why I gotta go in there?
You see Martin Luther King like, you see this shit? You see this shit? Uh-huh.
This is
Uh-huh.
this is not
bullshit.
what I fought for. This is not what I fought for. They make us
All
go
right,
through the poor door.
I gotta apologize. Both me and Miro's Martin Luther King impressions suck.
I know.
What do you guys want?
There's not an HD.
You get the gist. Come on. Come on. What more do you want? It's a free podcast.
Come on now.
Also, shout out to everyone going through it because they removed The Office from Netflix and they put it on the #1 streaming site that we support on this podcast. And yes, we are on Showtime. Be sure show's returning January 13th. But
Yes, sir.
we want you to throw your support. Bodega Hive. We want you to all become members of the most popping and sucio streaming platform out there. Yeah. Some people are referring to it as Peacock. We want to refer to it as its actual name, The Cock.
The
All right?
cock.
Go on The Cock and watch our show.
Saying?
Yes, our show's on there. We're going to get it on there, all right? It's the only streaming service named after a gay bar on the Lower East Side that was popular for a long time. Now, listen. Okay, get all your streaming from The Cock. I want to see tweets where people are like, The Cock kept stepping me up all night last night, bro.
Yo, listen.
bro.
I fell asleep. It was too much cock.
Bro, so much streaming on The Cock. I woke up, it's all over my face, bro.
I could barely walk. I had so much cock last night.
Bro, I was on the couch. The cock wore me out, bro. Bro, there's so much on the cock. There's no way I could take it all in, bro. What do you want?
Everyone was like, all right, guys, relax. Come on. My show's on here.
Bro, come on. Bro, there's like... Bro, I was watching 2 shows on one time on the cock. It was like a double dope. You know what?
Ah! You get DP'd, buddy.
Listen, Quibi, we didn't do you right. But if the cock fails, we will purchase that. And that will be the new way for you guys to listen to Bodega Boys, because that's too cool a name. That's too cool a name. Also, Victor is not constantly. Wow. Okay, let's try again. Victor is currently in negotiations with New York City. Mm-hmm. I'm making this hot. We are buying Donald Trump's golf course in the Bronx. Right. Okay?
Right.
We are replacing it. So no longer, when you go over the Whitestone Bridge, will you be attacked by those words.
Floral Trump sign.
Trump links. The fuck, what, is that sausage?
Fuck out of here.
What is that? No one wants that. Okay. And now I would like to just point out that Trump links is built on top of a landfill. It's probably cancerous, and there's no reason for anyone to be stepping foot on that. Also, that is the same field that we all walked across when we went to Cut Day on Orchard Beach. Y'all listening to this know this, because some of y'all have grown tails because of that. But you know what? We still went to Sea Island. So, Victor, do your thing. We gonna have a golf course, yo.
That's right. Hey,
It's gonna be the first golf course that we're gonna do it.
Dubbed all his shits.
It's gonna be a golf course, but it's gonna be like a bowling alley. Like when you come in, you gotta change your sneakers for Tim's. Wow, wow.
You two and all the people listening. You can't tell me that you haven't seen Nike drop like a pair of those Jordan golf shoes and been like, "Yo, those are kind of fly."
Those are heat. Those
now
are
we
heat.
can wear them.
Matter of fact, we're gonna take that golf course and we're gonna make it Bronx. It's gonna be a taps court, okay? And you just tap with people like, "Yo, jump in the air, jump in the air, jump in the air, man in motion, man in motion."
I'm in the 5th hole playing taps.
Matter of fact, no. We're taking it back to one of the most Bronx games ever. We're going to build a big-ass... now all the Trump supporters are going to get hot when I say this. Hear me out. We're building a big-ass wall because we're playing suicide. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Who getting booty first?
Yeah, bro. Get Get that little blue ball, bro. Shout out to all our elementary schools that let us play these fucking suicidal games. Like playing
First
that.
of all, the point of suicide is to throw the ball against the wall, catch it, and if it hits you and you don't catch it, then you gotta stand up against the wall and face a fucking firing squad of rubber balls. How is that amenable to children?
Here's my favorite game. You remember Kill the Carrier? Remember when like you just throw the ball around and they chase you and you have to get rid of the ball before they fucked you up? Yeah, that's not a good game. That's not a good game. I don't understand why we were playing that, but you know what? And it was weird because it was like at the end of every game there was a fight and it was like, wow, where did that come from? It's like maybe because you punched him because he had the ball. Like, Also, I just realized every inner city school lunch was like the Capitol riot. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Until the dean was just like, get up against the wall.
What's weird is how every inner city school child, we have like this inane fear of like megaphones. Like we're like, whoever has a megaphone, if you have the megaphone,
come out.
If you have the megaphone, you're basically Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. We're like, whoa. I'm wilding, but they played that signal. Okay.
Yo, fam. Yo, you could be in the auditorium yelling at the top of your lungs. As soon as that bullhorn come out, and they're like, if you don't quiet down, we will not be watching the day after tomorrow.
They're like, broop, broop. You're like, oh shit. Yo, chill, be quiet. They're not going to finish playing this Popeye cartoon. You're like,
yo, chill. Yo, Miss Jones is serious. Yo, she's not playing.
We underfunded, bro. We underfunded. Yo, shout out to, it was someone special's birthday. Someone special to all of us the other day. Yeah. Talk about it. Shout out to Raekwon the Chef, whose birthday, you know what I'm saying? The World Can't Touch goes Purple Tape, Ray co-host, you know what I'm saying? You know what he fathered a lot of his styles, you know that Purple Tape. Purple Tape got people through stuff. Purple Tape got people into stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Purple Tape made me feel okay smoking angel dust. Exactly. So thank you, Raekwon.
It was good stuff. Like, you know, it was one of those things where you, looking back, you might have listened to it and think your life was a lot more difficult than it was. But, I remember just like you being young and listening to Heaven or Hell, and I was like, yo, life is like that.
Word, yo, for real. Bro.
Like, yo, my Metro card don't work, fam. This is fucking crazy, yo. It don't get worse like this, man. Like, I might blow my brains out, nigga.
Damn, bro.
Damn, nigga. Yo, I missed the episode of fucking Saved by the Bell.
What?
Serious? Oh,
nah, bro.
Yo, bro, I got dirt on my JanSport, bro. Like this.
No! Yo, they stole my strings, yo.
Yo, wow.
Son. Yo, I went to get a Star Crunch. They didn't have no more Star Crunches.
Yo, bro, I was downloading something on BitTorrent, and the seed stopped, bro. Come on, bro, I can't even get the I can't get the dodo in the air in GTA 3, bro. Life is hard.
Yo, don't have 10 kill streak going on Call of Duty. My Wi-Fi dropped out.
I hate this shit, bro. I hate this shit.
That shit is lagging.
Shout out to Raekwon. Shout out to the Woo. You know the vibes. Yo, I just thought about this. Think about this, right? Mm-hmm. All the Andrew Yang supporters on Twitter, what's the icon they have in their Twitter name?
Ooh, Yang Gang.
It's a baseball cap. It's Cap.
Oh, shit. Yo, think about it, B.
Think about
Straight Cap. Yo, UBI? What does UBI stand for?
Universal blood
infection.
Universal blood infrastructure. Shout out to all my blood IT gang, niggas. You know what I'm saying? We out here, you know what I'm saying? We don't work with Bind. We work with, actually, no, Bloods will work with Bind. Okay.
Yeah. Not kind.
There you go. Let me see, Blood IT administrators, what would they don't use C++, they use B++.
B++, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not a game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't be an IT administrator and just interrupt. Hey. I believe you mean a bomb tent administration system. It's like, sir,
hey, Blood,
go clean out your office.
Hey, Blood, how you spell Linux? It's with an X, right?
Mm-hmm.
It better be, motherfucker.
You know what these people talking about?
Know what I mean?
Talk about,
nigga. What's the first letter in Black Hat, nigga? B.
Hold up.
Big B's.
Wait a minute, y'all niggas. Y'all better be saving my information in the cloud. Know what I'm saying? If I find out.
It's the Blown.
The Blown. Okay, it's a Babylon thing. Oh,
Man, no.
that's the case, bro. Shout out to the Knicks. Knicks is still trying to, make things happen. Like,
Yo, the Knicks. I'm not mad at the Knicks.
I'm not mad.
Yo,
I'm not mad.
People. Yo, listen. We're lifelong Knicks fans, so we understand. You know what I'm saying? Like people that just watch ESPN for like casual Knicks information. Like it's like, the Knicks are trash. LOL. Fam, the Knicks have a actual point guard that knows how to play point guard for the first time in like 20 years.
The ball movement is incredible. Like, even, the people's like, they got blown out by the Nets, but no, they went on that 14-point run towards the end, which you never see the Knicks doing. They're learning slowly. And also, shout out to all the Nets fans who were just like, it's weird. You got you have a second NBA MVP on your team now.
Yeah.
And you're tweeting about the Knicks?
That's weird.
How does that work? Wow.
The Knicks have exactly one more loss than you.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be like the, juggernaut Brooklyn Nets that are supposed to sweep the East. And
I mean, I don't want to get specific, but there's a certain Twitter account called Nets Daily, and I believe it should be called Dick Riding the Knicks Daily. Because goddamn, how you got more tweets about the Knicks than you do about the Nets? How's that work? As a Knicks fan, I'm not tweeting about the Nets. As a Yankee fan, I'm not tweeting about the Mets. You see how that works? Like, I tweet about the team I like. So if you need, I don't know, a foil for your team, maybe your team's not popping enough to stand on its own.
You feel me?
Maybe if your whole thing is that your team is coming to take New York, it's just like, well, there has to be a team that already has New York. And so then, now your Star Wars spinoff doesn't work the same way. I don't know.
Exactly.
I've never seen Star Wars. I don't get that analogy. I have no idea who Darth Vader is.
I agree wholeheartedly with you. This is barbershop shit right now.
It is a barbershop shit.
Shout to Boba Fett and Boba T.
I was in jail with Boba Fett. That's a real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? OG never took his mask off.
For real. And he never snitched.
Never. He never said a word, period.
Niggas broke into the fucking milk machine, and you know what? He seen it, and he was like, I ain't see shit, bro. He said, I ain't see shit, bro. And you know what?
Straight up.
And I just want to say to everybody, some of y'all, you're just like, oh, these are Mero, y'all homers. Y'all love the Knicks, y'all blinded and shit. And it's not what blinded. It's just like, I have actual audio. And shout out to Hassan, the audio god. He's linked it. He's going to play right now the sound of our EKGs when me and Mero both left our mother's vaginal canals. Mm-hmm. You want to hear that? You want to hear how? Listen, this is how it sounds like.
This is what it sounds like. Play it. Let them know. You hear that beat?
Don't mind taking the train. Don't mind wearing walking shoes. Running through the rain.
It's a game of the week.
Whatever it takes to make it to you, I do it all.
I gotta get there
fast as I can.
Now, like my mother said that was what was playing when I was born.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I mean? You just slide out the uterus like, yo, fast as I can. You know what I'm saying? About to watch you go.
I believe my mother said that. She was like 30 seconds after you were born, my first words was like, ref, what the fuck was that? He got fouled. So, it's true. She also said I did an one move and I bounced the placenta off the doctor's forehead that delivered me. But I mean, listen, the skills come out, baby. Skills come out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen.
I did the.
You learned.
I did the behind the back with the umbilical cord. They was like, "Oh, hot dog." I was crossing up other babies in the natal unit. I was like, cookies.
Bro, I was killing them, bro. I hit niggas with the sham god. They were like, "Yo, it's like he has the ball on a string." I was like, "I do." The umbilical cord is still attached.
There was one premature baby. I pulled like the little knitted cap over his eyes, bounced the placenta off his head, and dunked it on him. He was like, "Yo!" He was so embarrassed. His father didn't even claim him. He was watching through the window and just turned his back in disgust.
It's like, damn, bro.
That baby,
my son.
That baby, Bernie Sanders.
Oh shit! Yo, it's already crossed me up. I had Matador D. I was playing Matador D.
If and when everyone gets the vaccine, in order to celebrate, we need a pay-per-view of Bernie Sanders versus Dr. Fauci one-on-one. Horse, let's go.
Woo!
Let's go.
I thought you were gonna say like combat sports.
No.
I was like,
I think
somebody might perish.
Because listen, they were both back when white people had to have a shot. So I know they got some shit. I know they got some shit. And you know they
You
could
shot without jumping off the floor.
Okay, exactly. The niggas was shooting in penny loafers. You know they could shoot. Okay.
Yo,
Shit. Dr. Fauci was shooting a triangle basketball. That's how long ago he was playing. Like, come on, like, respect that shit. Ow, can't go wrong with that.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all heads play basketball. Cause my OD from my old school hit me up the other day. He was just like, "Yo, listen, I heard you say that you crossed me up in the faculty game. You did not cross me up in the faculty game." I was like, "Bro," are you serious?"
Wow.
I was like, "Fam, that was like 20 years ago."
Bro, shout out to Mr. Rosin on in Lehman. Shout out to him. He was a tall basketball coach, and so he had like, you know, like the basketball teachers always had like the nice hook shot, and they're like, you were like, in your mind, you're like, why didn't you go to the NBA? You're so good, but then you realize like he's good to us, but to actual basketball players, he's not good.
all us 12-year-olds, he's amazing.
And the thing is, like, I got the wild vertical. I still got it. You know, I try not to use it because I will turn my ACL because my body's like, what the fuck are you doing? But at high school, he went up for the layup, and I swatted his shit. Yo, I punched his shit. Like, yo. And everyone was like, yo. For the rest of the semester, anytime I jumped, he would grab my shorts and yank me down. He'd hit me with hard elbows. He just fucking me up, and I totally earned it. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? He just looked at me like, you know why? I was like, yeah, you're right.
Shout out to the teachers. Shout out to the educators. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shout out to Mr. Gilman. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I did nutmeg you though, Gilman.
Hey,
don't front.
Hey,
I nutmegged you. You know what I'm saying? I threw it between your legs and then hit the layup.
See, nutmeg means something different in the Jamaican community. It's something you do around Christmas time, and you just lower your balls in some hot chocolate and Oh shit! Oh shit! do we miss Three Kings Day already? Damn.
Yeah, this is the 9th, but it's all good. We had enough. I mean, like, what the fuck we gonna do? Zoom Three Kings Day? I'm sick of this shit. I'm not celebrating shit.
I like to watch the Ice Cube movie Three Kings on Three Kings Day. Like, you guys not remember?
On VHS, fam.
Do you guys not remember that movie with George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, and Ice Cube?
Powerhouse cast.
Wait. Who's the fourth person? Friend of the show, our homie, Spike Jones. Y'all forgot he was in that?
Shit.
Yeah, bro.
He was.
Deep cuts. Shout out to Spike Jones. See, everyone's like, they're like, Jesus, why don't you leave movies made in 1991 alone? I'm like, no, you made them, and we're gonna look at them, and we're gonna say, why'd you make
watch them again?
You had enough money. You didn't need to do this.
Remember when Vin Diesel did Triple X, and they tried to make it a franchise, and they just made like 16 Triple X's with like 16 different motherfuckers?
I never got into Triple X, and it felt like Saints Row. Remember that game? Like, it just felt just like
blowing shit up for no reason.
Yeah, was Saint Row? Did they like? I never played that, and I just never was on my register like that. Should we bring that back?
Everybody's just like, yo, it's like GTA, but it's
with
not.
dildos? Yeah.
I'm like, what? I was like,
we gotta bring that. We gotta bring that back. We gotta bring back Crazy Taxi. Yeah.
Yes.
Wild Taxi. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout to growth. Which also, if you look back at it, was just training all of us to be Uber drivers.
Straight up.
Be Uber Eats drivers. Like, that's how the government works. Because everyone's like, oh, Call of Duty teaching you to be soldiers. We're pretending to be taxi drivers? Listen, they knew the future. That
was it. You're gonna need to survive. You need to drive this goofy little cab in a Hawaiian shirt.
Also, the first Kardashian game was just a trainer to starting on OnlyFans.
Boom. Think about it.
I never played it, but if you say think about it, people have to think about it. So
that's true. And then they think too much, and then they're like, yo, you know what? He's right. He's wearing a kufi.
Exactly. You don't want those problems. You gotta wrap it up, bro. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh
Slapping it up in the 2-3-1. You know what I'm saying? 2021. As always, remember, our show returns.
Yes.
Okay, we're back. This is season 3?
3, baby.
Season 3. Wow.
Season Ménage à Trois.
Wow. That's
you know what I'm
wild.
saying?
3
The
seasons
two
on
of us saying
Showtime.
you.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to all the haters, all the doubters who didn't think we'd make it to season 3. Now y'all sick.
Yeah.
Because now y'all
By
stuck
the
in
way,
your house and watch it.
yeah. It's such a shame that we moved to a platform that our our fan base doesn't pay for. So me! I got niggas on retainer!
I'm sorry.
I do not have niggas on retainer. I don't. I drive a 20-something Ford Explorer, please.
We're just happy. We're just happy to have a platform that loves us and encourages us and allows us to grow.
Yes.
And just recognizes our talent and recognizes that we have yet to reach the pinnacles of our success.
That's
and
right.
continues to nurture
It's
us
only
and
the beginning.
embrace us, and just give us anything we need to continue our growth, because they realize that this is just the beginning of Jesus and Mero, and they want to see us to the end. So we just want to thank David Nevins and Showtime, and really not reflect on the end or the past.
That's right.
Thank you. I just vomited up some, you know what I'm saying? A little
media training.
A little media training there. You know the vibes. Showtime. But no, we're super excited because, number one, making the show is the only fun thing in my life. And other than smoking y'all niggas on Black Ops 4, you know the fucking vibe. When it says Jesus nice. You know that. I killed a bunch of y'all the other day. Anyway, but no, the show is going to be back. Bigger guests. Not bigger guests. Like, all our guests are big now. You know what I'm saying?
They're big. You know what I'm saying?
But it's going to be more of the same, baby. More of the same. Sundays and Thursdays. Ain't nothing changed.
That's right,
Me. Sundays and yours days. You know,
Yeah, that's right.
Podcast continuing. The book did so well. Random House came back to us. So we are going to be rewriting the Bible. And we were working on that with...
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Victor just DM'd me. He
Said no.
said that it's not the Bible. We're actually rewriting the Torah and...
Oh, shit. Damn.
What the fuck is it?
Oh,
The
hold up. I just got a text. Hold on. Rabbi Shlomo, what the fuck are you talking about? I hear you. I'm your neighbor. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll do something. We'll
figure it out.
Something fire. Like a children's book or some shit. We'll do some fire shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be
Also-
fire. We'll make $1 million.
And because listen, we've done the book, we've done the TV show, we've done music and stuff like that. We've done everything, and
saying?
we've decided our next thing that we're gonna do, because we're always saying Lin-Manuel is a genius. He is, you know, and people were just like, Jesus Mero, we want you to make a historical Broadway play. Like one person said that, but we have written a Broadway play, and Victor, could you like leave the call, because I don't want you to hear this, because you might object to this. The Broadway play is called La Capitale, and it's about rioting at the Capitol. And
Yes.
yeah, it stars
It's about the bourgeoisie versus the proletariat.
It stars Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know if that's.
I mean,
There's a
it's
whole-
cool.
Okay. We're still working on. We're still workshopping some stuff. I don't know if you would like to work on this. We're gonna have open auditions in Clubhouse. Please feel to come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we opening the How to Make a Successful Podcast Clubhouse room right now. As soon as this shit is over,
Yeah, I saw. Was there a How to Make a Successful Podcast room?
there has to be. There's a How to Make a Successful blank
I listen.
everywhere.
I'm not. No shots fired, but shots fired. A lot of times in those How to Make a Successful Podcast room, you be like, "Who are these people?" And that's all I'm
Fam.
saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
You know?
Sometimes I'm just like, what exactly are we saying is success? You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me? I feel like
Okay.
a lot of you niggas that have successful podcasts got to stop in the middle of your podcast to be like,
Hey, this podcast is brought to you by Depends Men's Underwear. Are you incontinent? Do you sometimes dookie on yourself like the former president? Then where's Depends? Shout out to Depends.
hey, man. So the Knicks, man, they got Emmanuel Quickly, man. He's really a good. No, we not doing that.
I mean, I can't get mad at you if you read an ad. Shout out to Taxstone, because he hated reading those. What was it?
I respect him because he hated doing it, and you
Yeah,
can tell,
you
you
hear
can feel the energy. He's like, "Yo, beloved, if you don't want no motherfucking razor bumps, nigga, shave with this shit." All right.
Shout out to Bevel. But it's just like, yeah, no, it's not so much the commercials, but it's just like there was a a viral tweet, and it was just like a person saying nothing, and it was like, this is what podcasts sound like, and people were just like, that, not the Bodega Boys. Like, we always talk about something, even when there's nothing to be said.
It's like Seinfeld. Even when it's nothing, it's something.
Right. And you know what? There's something to be said for that, because now in this new culture we have of streaming, you don't have nothing episodes anymore in TV shows. Remember, every now and then you'd have an episode that did not move a plot line, did not make a character grow.
Just fun.
It was just an episode. You don't have that anymore. You cannot, like, networks are like, no. They're like, we want 7 episodes. There has to be growth and there has to be progress in the plot.
That's right.
Every episode, and the shit has to be a nice, tidy bow in the 7th episode. You can't be like, yo, what about a 4th episode where they go on a shopping spree? And they're like, no, your show's canceled. So,
like, fam, why? What happened to that? What happened to spontaneity?
I know. Listen, bro. I know it's canceled. I know you're not supposed to remember it. Remember, there was an episode of the Cosby Show where Cliff ate the sandwich and then got like food poisoning, and then he was having birth to a puppet sandwich, and Rudy and them was Rudy Vanessa was singing all that shit. Did that move the plot forward? No,
not at all.
Perhaps was that episode, I don't know, to fill an episode order? Yeah, talk that tech talk, Jesus. Yeah, but you know what? They did it. They did it. So, you know,
and we remember it.
All right. I'm only saying this because at some point this season, instead of actually recording the show, me and Miro are going to do a Golden Girls style flashback scene where it's me, Miro, and Victor in robes sitting at a coffee table in Florida eating ice cream and drinking coffee. And Victor's like, remember that time we had Dr. Nina on? And we just cut to that. And basically we do nothing for the whole episode. We still just collect the checks. So, you know. Yeah.
And Dr. Nina comes in and he's like, it's time for your colonoscopies.
And the crowd's like, woo! Woo! Dr. Nina, Dr. Nina, yeah! Wow!
Yeah, woo!
And then to be cheeky, we're like, we show the Joe Biden interview. We're like, whatever happened with that guy? And we just all laugh, and then it just freezes, and after end credits. Yeah. All right, listen. Hallmark Channel, hire me.
The wild guffaw.
Also, Hallmark Channel, me and Miro need to make the ultimate Christmas movie, but it takes place in the Bronx. I haven't written it forward yet, but come on.
It writes itself. You don't need to. This is the thing with Hallmark movies. You don't need to write them. You just need to do them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. The son
just show up and make it.
The son of a bodega owner returns to his small town at Christmas to help out his aunt with her candy cane factory. Say less. And I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, I can't even find Tim's here. And then some girls like, there's no Tim, but there's some Tim Hortons. So I was like, you think that's funny? And me and her don't get along in the beginning, but then as it goes on,
you grow on each other and you fall in love.
Exactly. I'm walking through we live in the same building. I've never noticed her before, but I'm walking past the door. I'm like, wait a minute, are you cooking a chopped cheese? And she's like, this is my favorite meal. I cook it all the time. I'm like, whoa, is that French Montana you're playing? Mac and Cheese 3?
I'm a huge fan. Yeah, Mac and Cheese 3. I'm a huge fan.
What do you know about this? Yeah.
Coke Wave, baby.
She's like, I'm just chilling on Chilligan's Island. I'm like, oh, wow. She's like, you want to? And I'm like, oh, you want to hang out? She's like, I can't. I'm going to the store to get a backwood. I'm like, whoa.
I think I'm in love.
And this is like me at the bar with Miro, and I'm drinking non-alcoholic beer because a lot of Christians watch the show, and I don't want to send them astray if they're in recovery. And and Miro's like, bro, come on, bro. Are you in love with her? No, come on, man. You know I don't love no hoes.
Nah, be real with yourself, man. You act different around her. She's special. She's different.
Bro, remember, Jay-Z said he'd never give his heart to a bitch. I'm the same way. I mean, even though Jay-Z eventually married Beyonce and, like, you know, it is a little lonely in my house, especially around Christmas time. So.
Well, there you go. It's the holiday season.
Wow.
Give yourself a gift. The gift of love.
Wow, Miro, you're so right. Let's pray before we eat these sliders. Like,
let's hold hands.
Yeah. Bro, also, by the way, I love your Skechers. It's like, oh.
They're relaxed fit. They're super cozy.
While we kid, right now someone at Lifetime and someone at Oxygen is like, buy the fucking rights for that movie. I want that.
Right now.
I want that.
Do they have rights? Are they rights? Can we just steal it? Let's do it.
You know what? Make the romantic interest Dua Lipa. It's going to be great. It's good. Make it work.
That's it. One kiss is all it takes. Mm-hmm. Title built in. Boom. Let's go.
Whoa, Jesus. I'm getting a weird noise out of my Peloton. Oh, you have a Peloton too? Whoa.
What?
Wow, the synergy. Wow.
Whoa.
Let me guess. Your favorite instructor is Cody Rigsby. Am I right?
What? Me
How'd you know
too.
that?
Oh my God. He pushes me so hard, but it's so fulfilling when I finish my workout.
The director's like, cut. Jesus, you didn't pick up the bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. You know there's a lot of product placement. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll do it again. Sorry.
My bad.
Sorry.
Niggas on
Wow.
the Peloton eating Doritos.
Like, oh, wow. I'm setting a PR rank, and for PR, I mean for pure resolve of Doritos. Crunch.
Woo,
Like, yeah,
crunch.
Wow. Like, wow. Every time we go to a meeting, a writers meeting, like it just becomes more product placement because we're greedy, and we're just like, so instead of like a candy cane factory, like what if like he gets back to the city because he has to like, I don't know, run his Auntie Anne's pretzel place? Yeah. What about that? Yeah.
How about like a little product placement? Like when he high fives on the Peloton, he high fives Auntie Anne 911 screen name. You know what I mean?
Think about
Very
that,
subtle,
bro. Whoa. Okay, I got a scene. Whoa, Miro, I know you've been enjoying your Fitbit so much, I went and bought my own Fitbit. Now we can both use the Fitbit to track our exercise when we work out. Matter of fact, let's go work out right now in a montage. They're like, this doesn't add anything to. I'm like, Fitbit gave us $1 million.
Yeah, they did. So they basically budgeted the whole movie, so we got to do it. Sorry. So the Act 3 is just us talking about how many steps we took.
Literally, the name of the movie is Fitbit Christmas. So,
Fitbit Christmas.
Like, what do you want?
Fitbit Miss.
It's a little kid at the end. They're like, "You filled your circles. You filled your circles. Yeah, everyone filled their circles. When you fill your circles, an angel gets their wings, Daddy. An angel gets their wings." I was like, "Not this year." Like, oh, wow. Yeah, bro.
Hey, Jesus. The circle's full. You know what else is full? My heart.
Aww.
It's full of love.
I'm like,
for all of us.
like, yo, bro. I'm like, bro. There's like, we're like, yo, Auntie, we came here to help you with your candy. She's like, oh, I got competition. They're trying to, I've been here for 50 years, and now this new company, they're trying to sell more candy canes than me. So I was thinking, if I have a tournament or a contest about who sells the most candy canes, and I win, they have to leave the town. I was like, or Auntie, you know what I'm saying? Me and Miro, yo, they're going to go talk to this candy cane nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Yo, my man.
Yo, come here. Yo.
Oh, hey, guys. Oh, hey, how are you?
Yo,
Who
you talking to? Yo.
Relax. Hey,
Let me talk to
I'm
you right
Mr.
there.
Kane. How are you guys doing?
Oh, you're Mr. Kane? You're Mr. Kane?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the candy cane man.
Are you candy cane?
You guys
Okay.
want some free candy canes?
No, but I got a stick to show you. You see that? You see that?
Oh.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, all right?
Okay.
You gonna stop selling candy canes, my nigga. You gonna stop candy. You done. You done.
But this
Candy cane.
is all I have.
Shut up, my nigga, shut up.
Yo.
Oh, okay.
Yo, on God? On his God?
I mean,
yo. Right now,
what can I do?
If I ever see you make another candy cane, yo nigga, I'm gonna turn you to a candy cane, all right? And I won't forget about this, all right?
To this day.
Okay.
Remember this shit.
Okay. I'll make licorice.
Listen,
Nobody likes licorice.
you make that, okay? You make that licorice, you know?
Okay.
Listen.
Okay, I promise.
Okay?
Just please,
Don't
can you
forget.
can you get the gun out of my mouth, please?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna cock it again.
Oh,
All right.
no, please.
And
Can you
listen.
just get it?
Also, I got this video. How do you explain yourself, sir?
Somebody suck that baby's dick. Somebody suck that baby's
Well, I mean, you know,
I got that from your Parler account.
It was just
Huh?
me in Cuba, and
You know what?
Okay. No more candy canes. You have my word. You have my word.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No more candy
all right?
canes.
Have a Merry Christmas, nigga. Yo, Auntie, you good with the candy canes? Miro talked to him. The guy said the candy canes weren't selling. They were mid. So
Oh, thank you guys so much. You're angels.
thank you, Auntie. Thank you. Yo, could you tell us like who had the most drugs around here? Because we got to rob this little ass town. And you know what?
Oh, that's easy. Julio on 187th. The block is jumping, baby. The
Should we
fiends
do-
are lined up at 10 a.m.
We do a Hallmark movie, and it's just like a romantic story in the middle of like the wild drug gangster
Trap
movie and
house.
shit. Like, isn't
Romantic
that just
genres.
Belly? Yeah, bro. Gonna have the wild scene when niggas having wild sex in like a bed full of coke. Like, yo, bro. They're like, why would that even happen? Like, that's mad wasteful. Like, you're just
That's so wasteful.
You're
It's
wasting
so
the coke.
wasteful. You're just gonna numb your cheeks.
You know, your cheeks, your lips, your dick. You're not gonna feel nothing. Like, And now you got coke on you. Now you gotta like take a shower to wash off coke, which is wasting coke. Which means how you
You're
have that
wasting
much
coke.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying? You better fucking keep the drain plugged. Scoop
Wasting
that
coke
shit back
sounds
up.
like a R&B album from the '90s that people really fucked with. It was like, yo, wasting coke, bro. This is good.
Yo, you heard that wasting coke? That shit is fire, man.
Them niggas was wasting coke for real, bro.
Yo, that shit was fire.
Them niggas.
That's
was-
melodies.
We need to get back to. Now that we're all like niggas is in home and stuff, like we need to get back to like doing coke at home. Is that something?
Do coke at home.
Is that like something?
If I did coke at home, I'd just clean my entire house in one day and then be bored.
But like, bro, yeah, bro. Listen, I'm cleaning the house. Oh man,
My kids would be like, yo, Dad, can we play Fortnite now? I'd be like, nah, man. I got 10 more challenges to complete.
let's go. They're like, the controller's not even on, bro. It's not. What are you singing?
What do you mean?
Like, come on.
What do you mean, bro?
Come on, I nail books, bro. I nail books.
Come on.
But listen. Anyway, it's 2021. It's been episode 231. You know the fucking vibes. Another one starting the year. Sorry for the delay, but you know what? Maybe if you guys paid for Bodega Boys Premium, you would have got this on Monday, like everyone else that is on Bodega Boys Premium. And
That's
some
right.
of you guys are like, I don't know about Bodega Boys Premium. It's because you have to sacrifice a relative the same way
That's right.
you do it to join Illuminati. And
That's right. Ooh, 50 said chill. So we're going to chill.
we're gonna chill. But
We're
yeah,
chill.
you
We're chill.
kill it first.
You
one.
need an invite
Yo,
like Clubhouse.
You know the vibes. Yo, it's your boy Jesus Nice, aka Young Chipotle, aka Pockets. Stay fat like Tyrio, and Pockets stay fat like. Here we go. You know the fucking vibes. Slow that might know your bitch. Young Day Party, Young Hot Take, DJ H Fuego, Mr. Nanas with a Rondo, 1994, Mikhail going off, the Juve boss, MC Luca Gunga P putting up from 40 with your shorty. AKA don't talk to me in the Uber pool, cause I don't know you. The original +1 got a +1 to make a fuss, son. Jesus Rossi and the Jamaican Jew, Jermaine Avocado Toast, Young Pa. You know the fucking vibes. The Ghost Mufasa, Young Chakuni without the coonery, aka Chili Moan, left-handed reliever for the Yankees. Gay, low gay. Are we ever going to send? Are we going to resign DJ LeMahieu or no?
I hope so, Papi, because he's shopping around and we need the machine.
We need it. Two Phone Jones, Jesus Machina, Jake Chuckles, Stanley Cups, the Human Dr. Bonner's label, Dilute. Shout out to Dr.
3 times.
Bonner. I bought some from Amazon the other day, and I didn't move it to the bathroom, so it was just sitting by my kitchen sink, and I used it to scrub down the corners of my kitchen sink. It was good, but now my whole house smells like peppermint, which is bad because if cats smell peppermint, they act as if they smell catnip. So now Charlie jumped in the kitchen sink and is like rubbing his butt all on it, like trying to get hot because he's all hornied up in the sink. I had to rewash the sink.
Oof.
What kind of white nonsense is this?
Oof.
It's like, yo, I was like, control your pussy. And I was like, oh, he is.
It's like artwork. I.
He's like, dilute. I. Donald Trapio, Mr. 240, because I like my Pinot blurry.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Actually, not too blurry. Like you gotta be able to see the lips. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what I'm saying? At least the outer labia.
now listen, I did some work on this. DJ Woolite, aka in the Washed FM, and I haven't been bringing the washness lately. So I was like, what's
Give it to
something
him.
that's new but also washed? Something
Give it
that
to him.
might have missed on all y'all radars. How about this song?
Give it to him.
Heard him speak this way.
Let's go, man.
Now, some of y'all never heard of this because this is a song by the Jonas Brothers. And you're like, why would this be in Wash FM? Because there's a certain somebody on this that you guys will appreciate.
Cops around them, a team on the scene with no objective.
Yo.
The American dream can be so
Yo, I got
deceptive.
sleeveless vest on.
That's right. Common
Sleeveless vest.
Common made a song with the Jonas Brothers called "Don't Charge Me for the Crime." It's about them committing a crime. It's the weirdest song ever. It's up there in the levels of accidental racist. Be sure to check it out. Tell them Jesus
Oh,
sent you.
man.
Tell them Jesus sent you, and just cringe as you listen to it. Shout out to Common, who apparently also was a hitman against John Wick and John Wick 2, and you're just like,
Okay.
get
Hey,
them
he's
checks.
out here.
Get
Shout
the
out to him.
checks. Okay?
Get to that shmoney.
The Curry Goat, DJ Spicer, Jamal Hashburn, the Bronx Celine, Dion Ray, nephew, the Moreno, you can't contain all your human memory, word to Ja, Young Aaron, the Racist Provocateur, Henry Budcoast, Nelson Mandela, Sergio Can't See Me, Vladimir Buffin, the Human Werther's Melting in Your Mouth, Mr. Bexar Deckerton, Ricky Tiki Squabby, Greg Popovich, Morris H. Chestnut, Mahatma Gandhi, not Maccabee, but I got a cucumber, not Maccabee, but I got a cucumber, not Maccabee, but I got a cucumber early in the morning. The juice of the press, but your boy never is. I am the Art Dammit, the Dundada Ganoush, the normal cup of noodles, the Prince of Pecca, the Prince of Pecca, the Fashion Over Casanova. We made cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. Forget the small change, give me big money one. The anthem I salute is Dipset. Mr. Sager, catch me at square one, top left, man, this is Marv. Ooh. Trill Resort, holy cow. Mr. South Palms, all I do is count checks and jerk off. We got OJ Purple Stuff Soda, and what's this behind the old food?
What's that?
It's me, Sonny D. David Yerman. These expensive, these is red bottles, these is bloody shoes. Smokeem Noah, Andrew Cool Nanny. Ooh, okay, Junior, NG God Junior, come sit down behind me, charge it, call me pick
no
up, bitch on freeze. The top of the gossip is Sayasha, shout out to the 11791. The Rangers look terrible, bro. Islanders overly over here, bro. AK Grandpa Joe. Because when you see Charlie, you see me, don't touch that golden ticket. It's your man, Dead-Eye Jesus, Morning Sheriff. Be ashamed if I just cried because I haven't been inside the Target in like 7 months. It's so sad. I'm so hate this. Mr. Shopping that street easy like a bad breeze like I'm easy. Please believe me. The black Asiatic addict will crack your back like an automatic craftmatic. Mr. La Marina, Mesh Marina, refresh misdemeanor, cold demeanor. The sheep mask killer. No one could be Ella. The Black Zach Morris, the Port Morris, Young KPI. It's your man, Personal Jesus, aka the Pele, a Peloton, JPI Queso. Take your lactate before you send that encoded data file. Inspector Terradec, and it's your problematic bae. Remember, it's not a secret family. If you don't tell them, you're storming the Capitol. And up next, we got come to the stage. It's your boy, the Kid Mero.
Boy, that's right. The Kid Mero, a.k.a. The Human Durag, a.k.a. Donovan McDabb, a.k.a. Curve Gotti, a.k.a. Cheers, Khalifa! You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Skirt. Loader, jump the curb, hit your motherfucking dog and keep it moving. Ask me if I give a fuck. Your leash is less than 6 feet long, stupid. The numbers are going up. Stop playing. I know fuck you, baby. I'm fucking man. You know what I'm saying? Man. A.k.a. no need to check the guest list because there is no parties going on nowhere, dog. And if there are, report them. You know what I'm saying?
Report them. It's not snitching.
It's okay to snitch. It's okay to snitch.
Snitching.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. CC Dab Bathia, you know what I'm saying? I'm down here in my basement on Puffco Peak, you know what I'm saying? Getting higher than the sky, you know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Tiger Backwoods, smoke a 3-gram blunt and hit you with this 9 iron. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. get into this shmoney and this smoke. It's your boy, Goldman Schmack. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Mish Montana, huh? I went from deers in my backyard. I went from roaches to deers in my backyard. I think I've done pretty well for myself. AKA, I got my kids, you know what I'm saying, in person at the Super Bowl this year, you know what I'm saying, to watch Tom Brady take an L. Yes, I'm predicting Tom Brady will be in the Super Bowl again, you know what I'm saying, because I'm the motherfucker, the dad of the year, you know what I'm saying? AKA Bitch Smack Beyonbo, AKA the Yayo Maradona, AKA Digging Your Bemo Tumbo, this pussy no belong to you no more, this pussy belong to me. Actually, my queen, I misspoke. It belongs to you and you alone. Therefore, you must grant me access enthusiastically for us to perform coitus.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you.
Know what I'm saying? I am a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Bottle Santana. You know what I'm saying? It's so smooth. I fall asleep at the wheel and crash a zip car. And I'll be like, yo, I don't even care because I got it on a company car, nigga. And this shit is a Honda Fit. Ha ha, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. the Dominican Don Dada Dykeman Daddy. I don't even know what Dykeman looks like anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't been out there in eons. You know what I'm saying? AKA, I'm going to swipe my card again. There's definitely money on that stuff. Trying to play me before I call your manager that DVRs the show and embarrass you, my nickel. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about how high I am. Put the fucking candy in the bag and let's fucking go. I'm not trying to be outside like that. You know what I'm saying? Getting exposed. You know what I'm saying? AKA, Romeo Santos. Tu favorito, mami. So Danny. Let me black out. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to take this time to let y'all know that, you know, the Bodega Boys have taken a hiatus for quite some time, from, you know, almost a month, but the energy still remains. I will eat your titi's ass on stage. Don't fuck it up. Don't you ever fucking forget it, all right? I don't care if she got menopause or premenopause. Like, I don't care, all right? Not te quiero. AKA Tom Brady got my balls more deflated than Bobby Kraft. You know what I'm saying? AKA Light No Dutchie. Hello. Is it weed you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes.
Respect it.
That you've been coronavirus. So I cannot share this blood with you. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? They can't feel that Tyson. I want to explore your cosmos mind. You know what I'm saying? Consensually, of course. Because we the consent boys. You know the fucking vibes. You know what I'm saying? AKA Lil Snoozyver, first nigga to tap out on live. You know what I'm saying? Been social distancing before Rona. You know what I'm saying? AKA Final Messi, MVP of Gelato. You know what I'm saying? AKA Xander Bedingfield. I gotta get some sticks. I gotta get some sticks. AKA Joe Hookah. I dare you.
To what?
To smoke with me.
Where?
At Mama Sushi. You know what I'm saying? Because they got indoor dining now. You know what I'm saying?
Drop a pin, bro. I'm there, bro.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Put your mask on your chin. You know what I'm saying? AKA Ben Boston. My hands are gifted. But apparently my hands are not gifted enough to use them to appropriately place a mask over your nose and your fucking mouth, you jive turkey, god damn it, mother loving funky butt. You know what? Can't they get the strap? These fools don't know how to stop a pandemic. God damn it.
Let
you know
them
what I'm saying?
Ben.
AKA, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get angry at this shit. I'm about to be part of the transition team. And by transition, I mean I'm going to transition Trumpito into a motherfucking body bag. Can't get the strap. AKA, I'll be in your medicine cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the Zen Man. AKA Rico Sabroso. AKA Baby Newport. Niggas, I got him 2 for $5. Niggas garbage on the way. They got the North Carolina stamp. AKA Nino Brown shut the Carters down just for 1 hour for sanitization purposes only, y'all. You could come back and cop the finest grills on the planet in just 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? AKA live harassing patrons eating. It's the East Street Stevie B doing all his greatest hits like I wanna be the one you deep is fucking. That's right, baby. And don't take love. Don't let me leave. You know what I'm saying? AKA I'm like my friend sister, I'm never gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? It's the Pope, dog. You know what I'm saying? AKA Oi. I try to tell you there's only 2 rock stars left in this world, mate. You people keep thinking that there's more. There's only 2. Simple Bodega Boys, of which I am one. The plantain sleeping over in the sky. One day you will find me smoking weed on Tremont, publicly shaming you for wearing your mask incorrectly. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Listen, AKA back at it, trying to finesse his way onto the Lakers and win that chip. It's Barmelos Anthony.
For 3.
Hey, man. Bang! AKA, if you see me higher than a yarmulke on top of Victor's luscious locks, approach me like a motherfucker earth-sign mammal, nigga, because I might react erratically, and you won't like that. You know what I'm saying? AKA Tom Petty and the Brawl Breakers, because every time I'm in a Zoom, baby, I'm free balling. I'm just letting them hang. You know what I'm saying? AKA, haha, I sold fake lean to your favorite SoundCloud rapper. That motherfucker is just literally drinking old Poland Spring bottles that I found under my desk with the remnants of my ashtray. I don't know what's going to come of this. You know what I'm saying? Wait a week. Check SoundCloud. See what happens. You know what I'm saying? AKA, hey kids, it's your pal here, Benzo the Clown. I'm just here for your kid's birthday party. Now that we're socially distant, I'm gonna go socially distance in the van and count this money while my friend Mr. Fun takes over for a little bit.
Hey kids, hey, just want to say Happy Three Kings Day to everybody. You know, Three Kings Day is an important day, you know, in biblical terms, because it's just like, you know, like 3 like older guys just kind of came and were like standing over a baby and just like watching it, like, yeah, do some sexy stuff, baby, like, you know. Okay, all right.
There's no such thing as a sexy baby, and there's no such thing as us. You never heard of us? Get in there, let's go. AKA, you know what time it is. Si tú tienes SAP, if you have SAP, turn it on right now, papi. A sentir me repito, coño. Oye, que lo voy. ¿Qué es lo que? Guau, guau, guau. Llegó el fucking hijo de Titi FIFA, coño, más loco, todo bajando con la pámpara prendida, coño. Hoy yo no me voy a quitar, yo no me voy a acotar. Fuck el toque de queda, coño, que me lleven para la cárcel, coño, que me lleven para la victoria. A mí no me importa nada, no me dé cotorra, coño, que el palo que tiene Tito te tumba el coco, mamá huevazo. Váyase de ahí que conmigo tú no vas a sonar. You know what I'm saying? No te sofoques cuando tú me veas ganando 5 Emmy con mi compadre. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Y Víctor ni se va a pelar para ir por los Emmy, coño. Va a ir con la melena. Va a ir con el afro. You know what I'm saying? Representando. You know what I'm saying? Te voy a decir otra vaina. Yo tengo los aparatos y los contratos. You know what I'm saying? Con papá Dios tengo un pacto. Dile a Dai que estamos ovulados hace rato. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dai. You know what I'm saying? Siempre. You know what I'm saying? Y shout out a la casa. Showtime. Shout out al patrocinador. Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Porque en inglés y en español, Cash App es la única aplicación que tú necesitas para transferir fondos de cuenta a cuenta. Y shout out a Hassan Esen, el que pone la fucking nota. Shout out Disus Bueno, la nota jamaiquina, baby, el sexy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Víctor Marte, el papi de la Lady, 24 quilates de melena. You know what I'm saying? Shout out a la nena de la bodega, Dai, la más dura, la planta, la insuperable, la productora, coño, que produce. You know what I'm saying? Y shout out a mi residente Peo, que está allá captivo en el patio comiendo pate pollo. Suelta la vaina. Déjame saber que suelto cañón, que lo tengo sobado. You know what I'm saying? Llegó mi hermanito friki, 2 años, por no ser boca floja. Yo no corro con palomo, tú sabes que es lo que. De casa pa' mi hermanito Sexor, mi hermano Chadwick y todos los que pidieron su vida en el ataque en el building del Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Quédate en la casa, lávate tu mano, asqueroso. Este presidente le quedan como 10 días. Nos salvamos. Me quité, ya. 2:31.
You know the fucking vibes. You know what's going on. Another one in the books. Our first one for 2021. You know what? We need,
baby.
We need a little energy for that. Like, you know. You know what it is. Episode 2020. Episode 231. Most luckiest podcast in the world.
That's right.
You know what it is. Shout out to Cash App. Another year of the Sucio-ness. We're bringing it on Showtime. We're bringing it on
Let's do it.
SoundCloud. We're bringing it through Cash App.
Give me that. Give me that Zilly Banks energy.
Maybe we do that fucking Almond Fest get canceled again. We're bringing back Cocoa Fest. You know, the Johnny Go forever. Nigga Boy forever. Let's fucking get it.
Let's get it, baby.
Be safe. Keep washing your hands. And we'll see you next week. Yo, we out.